Riley Park having inherited their late Aunt Kate's house. They explore the house to see what's left behind, anything of importance or value, whether financial or sentimental. Aunt Kate, being a reclusive woman and not being very open and extroverted, was never thought by the outsiders to have anything of interest or, in general, a full life, but what Riley comes across in the attic proves them completely wrong. Riley finds several videotapes only labeled by episode numbers, which intrigues Riley, using a VCR to find out what they really are. Upon playing the first tape, it at first appears to be an edutainment interactive cartoon helping with spelling. The cartoon is something Riley doesn't recognize and believes it to be something that was unpublished and made locally. Watching further, Riley starts feeling uneasy as if something ominous and evil is contained within the tapes as they start noticing the main character of the show, Amanda, is directly communicating with Wooly, her trusty companion, a sort of communication and interaction which seems very real and raw, as if taking place live. Despite the bad feeling they get, Riley carries on watching, letting their curiosity take over. The story begins with a note left over by Aunt Kate.
Dear Riley, if you are reading this, it means you won't see me again unless it's in the next life. I wish I could tell you everything, yet there are so many things I needed to do before I'm gone. This letter serves two purposes, to say goodbye and to bequeath my house in Canesdale to you. This might be a mistake, but there's something in the attic I need to pass on to you. Look for a tape, but know that once you watch it, there's no turning back. Aunt Kate.
This letter reveals that Aunt Kate was aware of her short time left on Earth before writing this letter, as if a dark entity was after her or was scheduled to take her life in a short while. What's unclear, however, as to why the seemingly kind and loving aunt would encourage and instruct an unsuspecting Riley watch the evil tapes to become a target of the demonic Amanda. As Riley becomes intrigued, they go to the attic littered with so many items which will need to be interacted with later on in order to unlock more tapes. Coming across several notes and letters, Riley finds a letter sent to Aunt Kate by someone called Joanne Cook, which entails information about the nature of the stuff Aunt Kate was doing in her spare time, or maybe even consuming majority of her time. It's revealed Aunt Kate was occupying her time investigating strange disappearances that the authorities didn't bother taking a look at, as they had no leads. Disappearances that no one could explain, as if they evaporated in thin air. Joanne explains how her little brother Jordan disappeared, which led to her parents shortly after dying due to grief, with the authorities labeling this as a freak occurrence, not bothering to take it any further nor investigate. But Joanne, knowing the strange nature of this disappearance, can't let go, talking to others about it when she meets Aunt Kate in a library that she worked in, who informs her she's not the only one, as many have been disappearing in similar fashion previously, with Kate actually investigating them. Joanne informs her about how Jordan used to watch the show known as Amanda the Adventurer, which led to him losing his mind, standing in a complete state of trance staring at the screen. Feeling safe that Kate wouldn't judge, Joanne plans a meeting with her, saying that she feels like she's being watched. This might explain why Kate was such a reclusive woman, being cagey and not very outgoing. She was consumed by her paranormal investigative work, which made her become an outcast, with people avoiding her and gossiping about her. Riley soon after finds exactly what was said by the aunt, the mysterious tape that is to be watched. The notorious Amanda is then seen running the show with her trusty friend Wooly the sheep alongside her, who seems timid and scared in Amanda's presence, seemingly hiding things not to irritate her. Amanda suggests a series of dangerous activities such as using a sharp knife and oven alone as a child in absence of parents, which Wooly tries to discourage the viewers against. But Amanda insists, gaslighting the viewers that they need to be brave and clearly stupid and reckless according to her suggestions.
Today we're going to make an apple pie. First, we need to cut the apples. Do you know what we can use to cut the apples? Good job! We can use a sharp knife.
I don't think we're supposed to do that by ourselves.
It's always good to be brave when you're by yourself. Look, I'm a pirate! Ha ha!
That doesn't seem safe.
Okay, Willie, let's cut the apple. First, preheat the oven to 425.
I don't think we should be using the oven by ourselves. We should always ask a parent to help.
I'm not sure where they are right now.
We're on our own, Willie.
The first videotape has secret instructions for finding the second videotape. After finding the second videotape and inserting it into the VCR, it displays a neighborhood with Amanda prompting the viewer to interact with her and select the store. The scene is very ominous as there are outlines of bodies as if people were murdered there. After entering the store and picking a happy card to cheer her friend up, Amanda instructs the viewer to select the bakery. The bakery has the eerie character found in the butcher shop, displaying how certain characters are the same as if they are created by Amanda. The video progressively getting more corrupted and glitchy. Amanda insists on sending a baked good to her friend through the post office despite Willie's efforts and discouraging her.
So, we need to mail it.
Wow, it's getting late. Most of the stores are closed. We probably can't send that now.
I have to send this to my friend. It's time to go to the post office.
Going to the post office, the same robotic character can be seen from the butcher and bakery when Amanda suggests remembering who her friend is, depicting in a way as if she herself is a victim to a higher evil, an evil that has corrupted and possessed her.
Let's send this package to my friend. Their name is... Wait, I don't remember. Can you help me?
We can come back tomorrow. You don't have to send that now.
No, I have to send this to my friend. Help me. Who does the package need to go to?
While seen visually struggling internally, the video comes to an end with some heavy glitching showing the cast of the show, with Amanda's voice actress being someone called Rebecca Colton. The ending credit shows the name Hamlin, which could be the production company which initiated the production of the show, which for some reason is not that popular. Finding the next tape labeled as an accident, Wooly is seen in a rundown playground, seemingly trying to grab the viewer's attention, saying something he's afraid of saying in Amanda's presence. That's when the video glitches, with Wooly reappearing down on the ground, being injured, with an overbearing Amanda standing over him, frowning, clearly angry at him for trying to unveil some secrets, when Amanda all of a sudden notices the viewer watching, unaware and distracted by Wooly, not noticing when the video started rolling, breaking back into character, visibly pretending to be shocked by Wooly's injury, which she most likely caused herself.
Oh, it's you. Whatever you do, don't...
Oh no! Wooly had an accident! An accident is when something bad happens, but it's not anybody's fault. Accidents can happen in your house, at school, at the playground. You can get hurt almost everywhere.
She claims it was an accident, going on a monologue on the nature of accidents and how they can happen, discharging herself of any accountability on how accidents are no one's fault. Despite Wooly trying to speak out that this wasn't merely an accident, Amanda cuts him off, taking him to a hospital, making the serious injury a part of another interactive educational game.
At 3:45 this afternoon, we were playing and Wooly tripped and fell.
I didn't try.
Where on Wooly does it look like he got hurt? That's right! Wooly hurt his knee. Who can help when you are hurting? Let's take Wooly to the hospital to see a doctor. Which room should we go into to find the right doctor to help Wooly? Let's get Wooly fixed up!
From the looks, it's clear Wooly is not happy, but one look at Amanda's vindictive face, he starts getting terrified. In the room, Amanda mentions the doctor is not available and they have to take the matters into their own hands and treat Wooly, which understandably terrifies Wooly. Using an X-ray machine, the video comes to an end with the new cast members even including a chief neurosurgical officer, as if the production of such a harmless cartoon for kids included participation of surgeons of such high positions. It's revealed in the cast that Amanda the Adventurer was produced in 2001, which gives us an idea that the game's story is probably taking place in current times or maybe sometime later, as this show seems to have been produced a long time ago. After each video, the arrangement of the room changes, with small things being displaced and replaced as if something is present within the room. A newspaper article then appears about a local person in the town by the name of Sam Colton. The article goes on explaining how Sam was a struggling writer who produced the Amanda the Adventurer show, with the lead character being voiced by someone special to him, his adopted daughter, Rebecca Colton. The show seems to have been accessible to the public, but possibly just the local town. The show, despite not being recognizable by most people, seems to have been popular in the town. Maybe that's why Kate from the same town started dedicating her time to investigating the series and trend of strange disappearances. Sam mentioned in the article how the show was inspired by his imagination and how it transcends a normal cartoon. It's something that had a soul. It's clear Sam created something which could have opened doors which should have stayed closed. Opened doors which welcomed evil and hostile entities from the alternate dimension, possessing and corrupting people. But again, we'll find out about that later. Another newspaper article is found which reports on a Celtic relic stolen which was of a crown back in times, when two houses or tribes, O'Connell's and another, were in bloody wars, with the crown being a symbol of peace. The whereabouts of the crown remain unknown, with a legend revolving around the crown that it has supernatural abilities. Putting another tape in the VCR, Amanda and Wooly are seen on a picnic, both seeming happy. Wooly then complains about a bad smell, which turns this happy and cheerful picnic into a twisted quest, with Amanda showcasing all the things that rot when they die.
You're right! This sandwich is stinky because it's rotting. This tree stump is rotting too. Do you know why? Things rot when they are not alive anymore. Do you know what the opposite of alive is? That's right. The tree stump is dead. Dead is the opposite of alive. Good job! Plants can die if they don't get enough light or water, or if they get a disease.
Let's go back to our nice picnic.
This keeps on turning darker when Amanda forces the viewer and Wooly guess what killed a decomposing dead fox. There is a gun, a knife, and poisonous berries, with Amanda asking the viewer to choose what they think killed the fox. After choosing all of the items, Amanda reveals what hides behind the bush, with a big bear trap being shown to have killed the fox. Amanda then seems to have existential crisis, being angry, saying that she feels she's rotting inside. She then thinks negatively of how everything rots, being very pessimistic, with Wooly trying to reassure her everything is just fine, which then gives the viewer the choice to whether agree with Amanda or Wooly, being negative or positive.
We saw so many things today! A rotting sandwich, a rotting tree stump, and silly old rotting Mr. Fox. Sometimes I feel myself rotting, but it feels far away.
Amanda, nothing is rotten here.
What do you think? Do you think that everything rots?
Of course not, Amanda.
I'm not asking you. Answer my question.
You don't have to answer that.
This in a way might indicate that Amanda could be the daughter of Sam Colton, stuck in this virtual realm while her real body is decomposing. Being stuck in the virtual world for so long seems to have left a major impact on her, affecting her memory, her nature, and mindset. It might be that an evil interdimensional entity had corrupted and repossessed her, or maybe she was physically experimented on, hence why we had a cast member who was the chief neurosurgical officer. Regardless to what Riley chooses here, whether agreeing to Amanda or Wooly, the demonic entity comes to the attic, puts an end to Riley's story. However, this isn't the end of the story, as somehow this can be restarted, allowing Riley to find more secrets and progress further in the story. It's clear by now Amanda, just like Wooly, is another victim of the entity, but she has long forgotten her own existence and life, becoming a mere puppet for the entity. Despite that, she still has remnants of her mind and memories, knowing who she used to be, which causes her to become very sad and have an existential crisis. She seems to possess supernatural abilities though, as she can make Wooly disappear when she is angered or unhappy. Managing to find another tape labeled by "What's a Family," Wooly and Amanda go on a farm where it takes a twisted turn with weather warnings appearing in the local town. The video then approaches the end with Amanda asking the viewer if they would help an abandoned lonely cat, to which, if Riley answers no, Amanda loses her mind, having a complete breakdown with harsh and overwhelming eerie screams being heard, which ends with Amanda distorting and twisting in what seems a painful way.
It looks like this kitten is all by herself. How do you think she feels? She must be so scared. Kitten is alone. There is no one to help her. Will you help the lonely kitten? Will you please help the lonely kitten? Won't you 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 help the lonely kitten?
This ends with the entity coming out to the attic and attacking Riley. If instead Riley agrees to help the cat, Amanda becomes happy, smiling in a sinister manner before the tape comes to an end. Replaying and rewatching the same tapes, they become different, with the accident tape changing dramatically, with Amanda performing a brain surgery on Wooly, drugging him and giving him the injuries. Finally, opening the chest in the attic, the final tape is found, which is of Amanda sitting on a sofa, drawing using her crayons. She then asks if she can trust the viewer with her secret, to which, if Riley answers yes, she reveals that she is out there somewhere, referring to her actual body, the body of Rebecca Colton. The TV then starts glitching horribly, with a person seemingly being trapped inside, suffering an excruciating pain. That's when Riley takes a break under a chair in the attic and throws it at the TV, which blows up with a little fireball. The weather then instantly changes from a stormy dark night to a bright sunny day, as if the weather was even affected by the tapes. Alternatively, if Riley answers she doesn't want to know Amanda's secret, she gets very disappointed and says Riley is like everyone else. The video soon ends and Riley finds themselves in a barren and empty attic with a note saying "just leave" when they leave, and the story comes to an end. Therefore, it seems that Sam, the creator of the show, had a sensational success in the local town with Amanda, the Adventurer show. Seemingly having a small budget, he hires his adopted daughter, Rebecca, to star as Amanda. Somehow, it seems using a stolen Celtic artifact, a crown, a demonic being found itself into this world, possessing and corrupting Amanda, who has supernatural abilities which she cannot fully control, struggling to remember who she once was, which terrifies and angers her. Every time she was angered, the demonic being appeared in the attic, attacking Riley. Therefore, she is directly connected to this hostile being. Towards the end, Amanda mentioned she is out there somewhere.
I'm out there. Somewhere.
Which could refer to her deceased body, while her confused soul is trapped in the series of tapes. This can in a way be fortified through the rotting tape when she mentions that everything rots, including her. Also talking about the lonely cat who's abandoned and trapped in a cage, she has a breakdown when Riley refuses to help the cat, which might indicate she is seeing herself in the cat, reflecting on how she was a lonely person trapped and used, which might reveal more of her backstory that she was experimented on, possibly by her adoptive parent, becoming the monster that she is now, incapable of controlling her impulsive emotions and anger. Towards the end, breaking the TV seems to lift the curse and free Riley from Amanda, but it seems Amanda still needed to be found, or at least her body to be put to rest, so she can pass on, not being trapped in this digital realm. At least that seems to be what the story is leading towards. Wooly's story is also left ambiguous, not identified who he used to be, so it's very likely there will be a sequel expanding on the story and what truly happened. There seems to be many more secrets and tapes which could potentially unveil more of the story as well. I'm planning to make a follow-up video focusing on all the other secrets, tapes and endings, so make sure to stay tuned not to miss out on that. That's about it for the end of this video, folks. If you enjoyed it, you can stay tuned by hitting on the subscribe button and the notification bell. As always, it's been your host Star, and I will see you on the next one. Have a fantastic day.